Hi Pookie, today we're doing your face but better makeup. And we'll be going from this to this. Let's get started, shall we? Yeah, girl, been struggling with acne for the past 2 years and only recently started using prescription tretinoin. Before I did only over-the-counter stuff. I guess I'm a big girl now. Anyways, as you can see, tretinoin been definitely tretinoin. But it's alright, we just gotta wait. It's supposed to get better. I'm going to start by covering the spots. I'll be using NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and flat, dense, fluffy brush. I'm picking a little bit of a product with the brush and starting to gently tap it on my spots. I prefer spot concealing over foundation. I think it looks less cakey, more natural, and not as heavy on your skin. When it comes to covering the spots, I prefer to use brush over fingers or beauty blender. That way I get the most coverage with less product. Jeez Louise, so serious? I feel like we're doing rocket science here. After I'm done making my skin tone more even, I'm going to add some definition. And for that, I'll be using contour. Yeah. I'm picking up some product with a brush from a contour stick and start tapping it on your cheekbones. No dragging the brush around. Tapping motions. This way we keep the concealer that we applied earlier in place. So defined. Next, using a flat brush, I'm doing some nose contour. Not really for the purpose of making my nose smaller, but more for matching the contour on the rest of the face. Making it look cohesive or something like that. So I'm applying it around the lips and on my eyelids. Use your fingers to blend. You'll be surprised how many things you can do with your hands. Cut 11, for example. Moving on to the brows. Using a spoolie that you can borrow indefinitely from Sephora. I mean, they were free. I'm a good immigrant, leave me alone. And we'll also need a hairspray. I've been using it to set my brows for years and works like a charm, and you get so much product. I guess you waste so much product too. Oh well. I'm making sure my brows are saturated in hairspray. And mucho importante, let it get tacky. That way you'll be able to shape them whichever way your heart desires. This is optional, but that's when I usually do a little cleanup with plucking my brows. Oh my god, is that a ghost? Next, I'm going to fill in any spots with this handy-dandy brow liner.
My bitch pose is nasty.
Using my saliva as the makeup remover and cleaning up the edges. Moving on to the blush. I would not recommend applying it directly on your face to avoid patchiness. Instead, apply it on your hand and use a stippling brush, that's the term. And start layering the product on your cheeks, nose, and brow bone. I closed the blinds. Why didn't I do that sooner? Moving on to the eyes, my favorite part. I'm going to do something like a natural foxy eye look. First, get yourself an angle brush and a creamy brown liner. Pick up some products and start drawing a small wing close to the lash line. Then give your lashes a really good curl and apply waterproof juicy black mascara. Waterproof mascara helps to hold the curl. Kind of. A little. Mainly focusing on the roots and not putting too much products on the ends. It looks more natural this way even though we use black color. I'm a proud member of No Bottom Lashes Club. Grabbing a small lash cluster and literally fighting for my life not to have a stroke applying glue with the left hand. Try that, ACFT people. Make sure to let the glue get tacky and apply on the very end. Should look something like that. Then I used only half of the same cluster and applied it on top of the other one. I love it. It looks so good every time. Optional. But I'm going to curl my lashes. Again. Some people say your lashes might fall off if you do that. Well, we're taking risks here. Look at that. Wow. Every time after curling my lashes, you can kind of see my upper lid, so I'm using black liner to fill that in. Big difference. Now it's concealer time. Again, but this time under my eyes. The whole goal is to visually lift my eye, which kind of worked. This concealer is probably one of the best ones that I've tried so far to cover something. Sneaky business. Blending it with your finger also warms up the product. Okay, so I've been overlining my lips since like the age of 12 because they're pretty thin and I always felt insecure about it. I also got bullied for that, but I also learned how to pout them as my resting face. Like it became such a habit that I do that all the time. This is my actual resting face. And this is me like pouting my lips. Well, let me just show you how I overlined them. First, I'm starting off with a little bit of contour around. It's all about optical illusion, or I'm just delusional, I don't know. Then I'm applying lip plumping gloss. One time in Bandcamp, a piece of my hair picked up some of the gloss and then it went right in my eye. In that moment, I thought I was gonna see the Christ himself. But look at the results. Next, I'm overlining my lips with a lip liner. Can you imagine? I picked a color that is slightly darker than my actual lip color. Filling in the rest with a similar color lip crayon. Little trick I like to do is to apply some mauve gloss on the tip of my nose. You want to make sure you get it to the point where you can stick something to your nose. Now I'm going to apply some liquid highlighter. I can admit I go a little bit overboard with it sometimes. My excuse is I gotta shine bright like a diamond. Make sure to add plenty in the inner corners. Look at that. I look like I actually have a decent amount of sleep. But this is it. This is the final look. It is definitely one of my favorites go-to makeup. So basic, but yet so effective. Hope you enjoyed and learned something from this. Yeah. Thanks for watching, Pookie. Shutting down.